special edition of our weekly Saturday morning brunch streams. Today we're going to go for 3 hours and we're going to be celebrating Earth Day. Which is technically 2 days ago, but we're going to be celebrating Earth Weekend with you guys. Thank you so much for being here with us, easing into your day with us. Maybe you're ending your day. Maybe you're going on a hike. Maybe you're climbing up a tree and really appreciating Mother Earth. Hello, Marcerita. What's up, Michelle? Hello, Jossie. What's up, Twid? Beagle Beagle. That's Bad Kitty asks, you know what 11 and Earth have in common? I don't know. What is the answer to that? You're going to have to let us know. Twig, that's a good point. Paper Shaheen was raging hard at Midway, I hear, word on the street is, last night. Apparently he took a red eye all the way down here to LA to be here for this stream. He's had a bit of a rough one, but he fed up some coffee this morning. And as usual, I always forget to take down the stream starting soon. It will start someday, I promise. There, now the stream has officially started. You guys happy? Okay, so I hope you guys will stick with us the whole time. We're going to be here for 3 hours. And also, we're going to be celebrating some really amazing, sustainable companies that have come through the very, very cool innovation engine that's called Thought for Food. And as usual, we're going to be showcasing them for you right here on the 11 Shopping Network. Bryn's going to be cooking with some of these really cool food products that have been sent to us by these companies. Maybe show them to you as we go through the stream. Alright guys, let's get started here. Really great one from Shaheen called Mimi. Out on Silk before Silk used to be Monstercat Silk. Buckle in. Wow, that's a bad kitty. That's a little underwhelming. So the two things that 11 and Earth have in common are the letter E. Today, brought to you by the letter E. Just another day. That's another Saturday here on Sesame Street. That's actually a very good point that Shaheen brought up here. That first track I played for you, Mimi, we've actually created the spiritual successor to this song. It did so well for Shaheen in his previous alias that we thought we had something this time under 11. That'll be coming out later this year. Maybe on a label that you all are familiar with. Maybe some of you Monstercat, some Monster Kittens are familiar with that label. god, wow, Twid. I think Shaheen, I just had the same reaction. Did Twid just name our track? The track isn't named yet, by the way. I agree, guys. If Earth actually did spin this fast, we'd all be holding on like, oh god, no. Gotta hold on. You know, Twid, I actually saw one of those cricket-based protein companies on Shark Tank. It would maybe be open to try it, and I know that's kind of the biggest hurdle for a lot of those companies, insect protein companies. I think at some point I'd be open to trying it. A little bit queasy about it, but it's for the best. It's for Mother Nature, right? Yeah, Shaheen, right? It's for the best. Oh yeah, Marcerita, which clamp were you talking about? In this household, there's a continual addition of clamps. Blame her. She's the bringer of clamps into this household. What do you have to say for yourself? Yeah, that's a good point. We can't have pets in the current place we're at, so she just keeps bringing more plant babies into the house. I'm not mad about it. It's just that everywhere I look, in my line of sight, there's plants everywhere. It's not a bad thing. The one by Paper Shaheen. Oh, this one right here? This fern? Or this guy? We've got a couple of new ones. Recently, and we also got one way back there. Burning from this one behind all that. call. We usually do this towards the middle or the end of the stream, but let's start with a roll call, as they do in elementary school. Please put your hand up if you're present. Let us know where you're from in the chat. I'll read them off. I want to see where you guys are listening for. Where on Mother Earth are you tuned in from today? And maybe a little blip about what you're actually doing for Earth Day. If you're doing anything cool, if you're doing anything to give back to the Earth. Let's see what we got. Cincinnati, Ohio, Netherlands, Finland, Orange County. Hey, Kamalaja. OC. Fremont, California. That's my hometown. Portugal. Edmonton, Canada. Vancouver, British Columbia. Leicester, United Kingdom, Germany, San Francisco, Texas, India, from the motherland of Terry, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Nice, I used to live there. Denmark. May Flores says, in the house. Like, look behind you. Brazil, South Beach, Miami, Switzerland. Nice, Chrissy. Marco, aka Vintage and Morelli, in the house. What's up, my dude? Oh, Tommy asked a question. He was like, how are the ouchies treating you? Everybody give it up for Corinne right here. She just had her shot yesterday and is a trooper right now. How do you feel?
I'm tired.
She's a bit
tired,
wrecked.
But otherwise I'm okay.
She's a bit wrecked, but
I don't have a fever.
Not as wrecked as I was. She's doing pretty well. This technically should be like, it should be going into the worst of it. I think she's doing.
See how I'm doing in 3 hours.
Yeah. Andro says Brazil gang. I'm about 3 days ahead of her. I had my second shot on Tuesday, and Wednesday and Thursday for me was really rough. Oh, I should probably mix the track, right? But that's what we do on these streams. Yeah, I was saying, got the shot on Tuesday. Wednesday was really rough for me. Thursday was pretty bad as well. Yesterday I felt pretty normal, so it's good to be done with that. I encourage you all to make sure you get your shots, get your Kachiakis. It's for the best if you haven't already. doing, Marco? What's new? Folks, the cool thing about today's stream is that we're obviously celebrating Big Mama right here. Call her Mother Earth. I know Chris, I know Marco. Loving the new single, but I sound like a broken record because I love all of the new singles. And so for this stream, for Earth Day, we partnered with a innovation tank for innovative food and agriculture companies that are promoting sustainable food life cycle. It's called Thought for Food if you guys want to look them up. And they're kind of an aggregator of really, really cool, forward-thinking ideas from young people, old people, anybody who wants to help other people. They've sent us some really, really cool products. So here I'm just making my morning coffee. But one of the ones that's like this is xylitol. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of xylitol. I actually first heard of xylitol on Shark Tank. But I've never heard of Xylonet before. And I'm actually going to sweeten the coffee. But I thought it was really cool because it was a sugar substitute with benefits of birth, without a lot of the bad things that sugar does. And one of the really cool things is actually this is a byproduct of corn. Not the corn itself, but the corn husk. And they actually take the corn husk and they ferment it in some way, I think. There's some kind of fermentation, some kind of cool fermentation that they do on top of it. Corn cob. Sorry, I meant corn cob. And they turn that into this. So essentially it's a corn byproduct. And so what they're doing is they're buying that from essentially impoverished farmers in Mexico, I believe. And they're helping the economy over there, helping those farmers by purchasing something from them that they wouldn't make money on normally. And they're using food that would have gone to waste anyways. I think it's really cool. Really cool. If you haven't tried xylitol, I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty accurate for sure. What do you guys think? Have you tried it? Has anybody tried xylitol? mic too low? Okay, I'll bump it in. Just a tad. How's this on the mic? A little bit better on the mic? I just moved it a little bit closer also now. Mayflowers, yeah, about the products. They're not in our Discord, but after the stream, I will take pictures and put them in our food channel on our Discord. This is the dilemma I run into literally every morning. That I have coffee in one hand, and I have green juice in the other hand. At least it's not two-handed. It's weird. I am drinking the earth, yes indeed. Andril has it correct. I'm drinking the earth. Oh yes.
We're composting now, not just today.
Yeah, we have a new compost bin.
We were able to contact our city and get a compost bin so that we can start recycling our scraps. I actually looked into trying to compost ourselves in the backyard and realized that that's probably not realistic.
Wait, you wanted to compost me? Ourselves? You want me just like sitting there in the dirt and compost myself? This fermented meal in the back, in the
Well, we realized that composting yourself is quite a task, and we live in not really an apartment, but basically an apartment. So if you're not able to compost in your backyard, you can contact your city, and most cities, especially in the state of California, have composting programs. So we're now taking all of our organic scraps and we're freezing them until we can bring them back to our compost bin weekly.
Yeah, and if you don't, I'm not sure if most cities give it by default. You might have to request it, because they might just give you the recycle and the trash. So if you don't, I highly recommend you guys request it. Send you one for free. Mayflowers makes a really, really good point. You know where we can make a huge impact is in the young kids. Teach them a bit every day. Doesn't matter if you're a parent or not. Any kids you come into contact with, whether you're an auntie or an uncle, or if you babysit, every little thing counts. Little habits, they add up and they go a long way, especially in developing children. Not only that, if you instill good habits in them, they're going to grow up to be people that want to nurture Mother Earth and maybe even make some of those sustainable companies that are generated through aggregators like Thought for Food that end up changing the world. We got Matt Facts in the house. So as I'm drinking my celery juice here, I'm realizing that we can actually use one of these straws that were sent to us by a company called Ooble Straws. It's a really cool tagline to have. Sip, gulp, and then munch. Obviously we all know plastic straws are bad for you. It hurts her. They get caught up everywhere, they congest her. Or him.
So these are fully edible and compostable straws. And they have cinnamon and chocolate.
Cinnamon.
Now, these are made of wheat gluten and wheat flour, which we recently discovered that you have sensitivity to.
It's a mild sensitivity, but...
So just don't eat it. It's
well,
compostable.
I won't be eating straws. Maybe she can eat my straw for me, but the idea is obviously that you just drink with a straw and then you eat your straw. It's a really, really cool idea. Cinnamon flavor is actually pretty good. Cinnamon flavored celery juice. Not as bad as you might think. Actually a really good touch. So anyways, these guys are trying to eliminate plastic straws. I think the statistic was that 1 billion plastic straws are used every day and discarded of. And that can fill something like 200 or 300 school buses every day. Unfortunate. Every day. Multiply that by 365 days. That's a lot of straws. Instead, we could be eating them. I support this. So I know we have like straw laws that have been introduced. That's something you might have been kind of commenting on. I'm not exactly sure what they are.
I think in the state of California, they can't automatically give you a plastic straw without you asking for it.
Oh.
I think that's what it is. Like, they can still provide plastic straws, but it has to be requested. But a lot of places are starting to use paper straws, which these are better than paper straws. They don't dissolve.
It's like the law gets you kind of halfway there because you still have to ask for it, you can still get it. So, progress, a little bit. Flores, you're gonna have to tell me more about those edible water bottles. That's like next level. We need to just do edible everything. Edible water bottles, edible plates, edible clothes, just one-time use clothes. Just wear them to a rave, and then just eat them afterwards because you get hungry after raving all day, so you might as well just eat your clothes. Ah, thank you, OGs. Yeah, May Flores has a very good point. Or we just get rid of the straws. I know there are people who very much enjoy drinking the straws. I'm not one of them.
I'm one of them.
Corinne is one of them. But she also loves Mother Earth. So, I don't know. Gotta make a decision. See, Corinne is doing it right with these straws. I'm drinking my celery juice with a cinnamon straw. She's drinking her iced coffee with a cinnamon straw. I think she's doing it right. Thoughts? You have to finish your drink before you eat the straw.
Remember those like Fun Dip candies when you were a kid with a little stick?
Oh yeah.
I would always eat the stick before I...
And Anini, that is my problem exactly.
Just escape for a moment.
confirm that the Ubel straw remains hard even after being in liquid for a while. Oh, Michelle, thank you. You didn't have to do that. But I'm very much looking forward to seeing those. Hope you didn't hurt yourself making them. That reminds me, actually. We received another gift from another valued member of our collective fan. Kathy, we love her. I don't think I saw her in the stream today, but Shaheen, I'm wondering, I hope you got yours too, because she sent me, disappeared in the mail a couple of days ago, and it says, has our logo on it, and it says Neil on the bottom. And I was like, what the heck is this? And I open it up. And it's a whiskey glass with our logo engraved on it, and some whiskey stones. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's a one-year anniversary present for streaming on Twitch for 1 year. We will definitely bust these out on our 1 year stream. It's gonna be good to drink out of these. Maybe I'll miss another earthquake. Yeah, Twitch tweet. Sorry about that email. We've already flagged it to them. It's kind of strange. cooking over there, I'm munching on some of these dried fruits that were sent to us by Jolly Fruit Co. It's Jali Fruit Co. Another one of the amazing sustainable food companies that was introduced to us through Thought for Food. And the cool thing about this company, I was reading a little bit about them last night, is they empower a lot of women farmers, especially in the sub-Saharan African area. And they actually buy directly from them, no middlemen. And they provide them with special equipment that doesn't require electricity, I believe. So it's really easy to get to them. And the women actually dry these directly in the sun and package them. They're really good, actually. There's actually some other flavors here. Party pineapple, Mr. Jackfruit. Jackfruit, pineapple, and mango are the three flavors we got sent to ourselves. I don't know about you, I love dried fruit. I know Shaheen loves dried fruit. These should have gone to Shaheen.
You know what we can do?
What?
So we can scan the QR code that's on the front of the bag.
Oh, yeah.
And it will track the contents of this bag from the farm directly to your hand. So
It's fully traceable. So, like, there's no question that your food is coming directly where it's coming from and that they've worked directly with farmers. It was really cool. You can scan this QR code. Where is it? Oh, this right here.
Find my farm.
There's a QR code right on the front. It says "Find My Farm." It connects you directly with. I think it's usually a woman that has.
So this bag of party pineapple came from Uganda, specifically from Kayunga, Uganda.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and then it gives you some information about the region that these came from, the women who farmed the product. Really cool.
Scan one.
For the record. I can't.
I think Karina's on the struggle bus.
Struggling a little bit.
It's starting to hit her. Okay, I think I'd like this. This bag of mango dried fruit came from Kenya. The women of a city called Kario formed a cooperative of 200 women. And it tells me their whole story, where they came from, how they prepare them. Even sends me pictures of them actually processing them. You can see this. That's really cool. I don't know if you guys have seen the what's that fish documentary? Seaspiracy. If you guys have watched that one, and they have the whole dolphin safe logo on a lot of like canned tuna, and that doesn't really mean anything. You can just put that on. So I think this is really cool because it's proof that you know where it came from. Really, really cool idea. Sorry guys, one thing I forgot to mention, you too can have your own bag of Jolly Fruit. Make sure you head over to, I believe the website is jollyfruit.co, and we have a very special promo code just for you viewers. It's Monstercat15, that's Monstercat15 if you want to purchase directly from jollyfruit.co. They have jackfruit, they have pineapple, mango, perhaps even more on the website. I can attest that the mango is delicious. So again, that promo code is Monstercat15 at jollyfruit.com. Got the first idea of the morning right here. Good morning, Jenny. I just remembered as I was reading up on this company yesterday, one of the really cool things about it is that all of this fruit comes from ancestral trees that have been part of these families for generations and generations and generations. So the way I see that, these are plants that have been taken care of really well, not mass farmed or anything like that. I think that's a really, really important part of this particular product. Shaheen wants this fruit so bad. Hey Shaheen, if you want this food, just use promo code Monstercat15. Okay, so people are asking what's on the actual menu today. I usually mess this up, so I would let Corinne do this.
Well, we decided today in honor of our birthday that we're going vegan for lunch. So, which is really hard for Neil to do.
I have very specific dietary restrictions.
But we're doing a fully vegan brunch. So we're gonna make vegan blueberry muffins. I can stay upright long enough.
She's a trooper. She's a trooper. She's
Feel the
hanging in
energy
there.
drain, yeah.
So for the muffins,
Vegan.
what are we
Gluten-free.
we're going to be using special.
Oh right.
So,
So we're gonna make them blue, which is like an earth color, right?
it's an earth color, yeah.
So this food coloring is from a company called Spira, and it is made from spirulina, which is, I think it's algae?
Yeah, it's algae based.
Yeah.
I think so. There's artificial food flavoring and there's natural food coloring. Sorry, and they have figured out how to make natural flavors for all of the colors on the spectrum. So like red, orange, green, but they hadn't figured out how to make one for blue yet. And so you can see right there, this is the first, I believe it's the first like properly made algae-based blue food coloring that replaces artificial. I think it's blue number one.
Blue number one and blue number
which is
blue
a very
one lake.
widely used synthetic dye. And we're only just learning about the effects that artificial flavorings like that have on our body, as well as the environment, internally and externally. Like all these colors are present in things like the creams that we put on our faces, you know, to the clothes that we wear that touch our bodies, to obviously the food that we put inside. And so if we can replace those with naturally occurring products, algae has a number of amazing things. The main things are anti-inflammatory benefits that you can get out of algae. And so they basically figured out this really vibrant blue color. I think it's super vibrant, and I was actually looking at some companies that have started to use this, and they get the super vibrant color from this. I can't believe this is made from algae. That's insane. So we're going to be
Eating my straw now.
she's eating the straw. She has progressed to that next stage. So anyways, explain how we're going to use this in the...
We're just gonna make them blue. It's food coloring.
Yeah, we're going to use that in a
We're
muffin.
gonna make blue, vegan, gluten-free blueberry muffins.
Yeah.
Because now you are gluten-free too.
I am gluten-free. Yes.
Feeling never disappears. No desires left unspoken. Trying to believe we're not alone. And even though I need you here, memories that leave me broken, still I will believe we're not alone.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely dumping some of that Spira food coloring in the next beer that I have. Maybe in the next tequila, next margarita that I make as well. The original of this tune right here by Class Rose and One-Sided Love was actually one of my favorite tunes of last year. And I was really, really surprised that they came back with 2 brand new remixes. This one is the Not Now Please remix. I think they did the original justice with this one.
Please don't fall in love.
favorite DMC song, but this one definitely ranks up there. I know, Hondro, I miss Jana too. First track Shaheen and I ever released together. It's featuring his vocals. It's called Find Yourself. I believe that was the first track we ever released together.
Stay with me. I got everything.
411, 311. too. I think it's Stay With Me. So chat, I'm curious, do we have any people in the chat who are who have done any cool things in the food and agriculture space? Just out of curiosity. Sarita, I was saying, I'm wondering if there's anybody in the chat that has done any cool things in the food and agricultural space. Anybody building any cool products, solving any cool problems. I'm always curious to hear. People are always doing cool things, but sometimes they're quiet. So, it's curious. Dan, thank you for reminding me. So we are actually subscribed to a food service called Imperfect Foods. I think I've talked about it on stream before, but maybe before we started these Monstercat streams. We're a big fan of this service. It's called Imperfect Foods. Do we have one of their boxes, or is it sitting outside? Is it? I'll go get it. Give me 1 second. Just the box, just to see the logo. So basically what it is the idea, if you haven't heard of it, it's a really, really cool, sustainable idea. As most of you probably know, the leftover food, bad food, ugly food, that usually doesn't get bought from grocery stores, is thrown away. Sometimes you'll see people who work at grocery stores, called Imperfect Foods. Another item on the 11 shopping list. So yeah, the idea is, let's make it with ice. The idea is that they have all this produce that's thrown out, never bought because it's ugly, or bad, and too much of it. Instead of throwing it out, why can't we make use of that and sell it at usually a cheaper rate? So what Imperfect does is they gather all of these imperfect foods, which is not really, nothing wrong with them. It's just like an oversized cucumber. In fact, you get more cucumber. Or it's like a potato with a little deformity in it, but like it doesn't make it palatable. Things that people wouldn't really buy. So they collect all these imperfect foods and they list them on the website. And we basically get a box full of veggies, produce, and various snacks and stuff also. Various meats. They also have meats every week. And especially now during quarantine, it's even more of a reason. We started it a couple months into quarantine, and it's been saving us many trips to the grocery store. So it saves on the gas. Plus, we are eating produce that would have been thrown out, and it's really cool. I mean, we have really, really enjoyed using the service. I think there are at least 1 or 2 other companies like it out there. One of our initial pain points with this company was the boxing, the packaging, the big cardboard box, and then they had these big freezer containers for all the frozen foods with the ice packs and everything, and we had to basically dispose of those. And so now what they started doing was it like a month, maybe 2 months ago, is that we just leave the previous week's box on our front doorstep and they pick it up with the new delivery. So they've made a fully circular system. Yeah, highly recommend looking into some of these companies, not only now during quarantine, but post-quarantine, because I think it's a really, really sustainable idea. All that food that goes to waste. Dan from Monstercat was telling me about the whole donut economy, which I had heard before, but he was explaining it to me a little bit more in detail, and I was reading up on it a couple days ago. Companies like this help support the donut economy so that we stay in a very sweet spot of ecological sustainability, where we're not producing too much and we're not wasting too much, and we're hopefully making enough excess to feed some of the people who are more unfortunate, and not producing so much to hurt Mother Earth. Okay, I'll stop talking. But that's my little pitch for imperfect foods and why you should use it. Probably mix the next track now. Imperfect Foods was not one of the ones that was introduced to us through Pop for Food. It's just a company that we really, really like. Hello, Lotus follower. What's up? being with us today. You're listening to Monstercat Silk Sessions, the Earth Day edition. We're about halfway through. Remember, we're going for 3 hours today, so we have about an hour and a half left still of amazing silkiness. These tunes are as beautiful as Mother Earth. Eon of Eon. This is definitely live. Vibes, everyone, vibes. Can you believe Earth Day, the concept of Earth Day was started over 50 years ago? I think this is the 51st Earth Day, if I'm not mistaken. And also, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the original Earth Day was on April 20th. And they changed it to April 22nd, so it was originally on 4/20. That's a better day if you catch my drift. Just my 2 cents. I think it was 1970 or something like that. 20 million people poured into the streets in the US in, I'm pretty sure, what was the biggest demonstration ever experienced by humans. So if that doesn't tell you that humans are fundamentally good, I don't know what will. April 22nd, 1970. Alright, so it's always been on April 22nd then. "51 years, and that's still the biggest protest, demonstration of activism." Oh really, the activist who made it wanted it to be March 21st. I see. Anyways, people want good things. Check out this
I can't really see it.
Spira colored muffin dough. Eon, I think that is actually a really, really interesting point. That in 51 years, we've never topped that count for activism, despite the massive population increase. The 1970s was a very special time, so I understand why. I don't think it means that the fire has gone down, but maybe that's just what it took to get people started, at least thinking about things. 51 years, I think, is a short time in the grand scheme of some big change to happen. It's the first blip on the radar. Yes, correct. Largest single day show of anything. Margarita, it tastes super blue. Super blue. Yeah, Eon of Eon. We've been doing the green screen since the beginning of streaming last year. But yeah, we modded out our kitchen here to have the cabinets have the green screens as well. So yes, to answer your question, it's intentional. Can you guys tell that Corinne is a little bit on the struggle bus?
Not obvious.
This is like, she's I would say you're what, like 15 hours after the shot?
No.
18 hours after the shot, which is like, it should be like when all the bad stuff starts to happen. So
I feel myself.
she is a trooper. Hashtag courage for Corinne. I love that. Courage for Corinne. Everybody in the chat is rooting for you, Corinne. Hey, for what it's worth, she's doing a lot better than how I was at the same point that she is right now a couple days ago. I remember her describing me as a man-child, that she was taking care of a man-child. So I'll just leave it at that. ID number 2 of the morning. We've been playing this one quite a bit in our Monstercat brunch sessions here. It's one of our favorite dairy flavored friend. Raise your hand if you think this song belongs on Monstercat Silk. Flores asks, who is it? Well, of course, it's ID by ID. Track ID said so. How was yesterday with Twid? Mayflower is incorrect, but close. Good to hear, Suki. The official anthem of 11 streams around the world. I guess that should just be the anthem of Mother Earth, if you ask me. Urko by Dan Sieg. The best way to start your day, the best way to end your day. The best track to have on loop for the entirety of your day. In the chat, do you have any recommendations for us on how to care for ferns?
Guys, went to this one. I think he's the only plant.
She gets so sad when her plant is
Well, ferns are different though. They like go maybe lower levels of light and more moisture, but time for a couple weeks and stuff.
Our two newest ones, is like I pointed out before, ferns.
It's called a mings.
A Ming stump. Super Asian. Nope, she can't never plays this track. Suki says those are tough. I just realized that, Dan. The BB on my shirt. It's just like a moon orbiting the Earth. Sometimes the VV satellite. What if it was just like a satellite? Two VVs just like spinning around the Earth, And on a lucky day, if the moon was out, you could just see two BBs in the sky, like the bat signal, except for a little planet, a little moon planet. Sorry, I meant the world, very nice. Hey, not a bad name for a track or an album name. If you ever want to make an album about these ideas. Yeah, nothing can save my life. I can't. Hey, I'm not on WhatsApp. Man. I'm hardwired in. Talk to me. Flores says, talk to your friends.
Well, I did see someone say that they like humidity, which I think actually lives.
We have a humidifier over there and it's been on for the past 6 months. And you know how you get from the winter time? This is the first winter time where I didn't have it. Our rooms were very well moisturized in here. Flores, but my real question is did you try playing trance music to your plants? Did you try playing silk music to your plants? And how did that compare to just talking to your plants? In reality, unbeknownst to anybody, like Shaheen said there in the chat, the real secret to making your plants grow is to play death metal stuff. I have never seen her do this before, but she straight up just brought a chair there and is sitting in front of this. This is how I know that she's on the struggle bus. We're putting her straight in bed after this stream. noticed, I'm wearing my Monstercat TV custom headphones. Being sent over. And Corinne is actually wearing a little Monstercat crop top hoodie. I know we got these like a month or two ago, but thanks again to our homeboys and homegirls.
I really love this city.
She really loves it, yeah.
It's like cropped, but not too cropped.
Yeah. Also, thank you so much to V-Moda for the custom headphones. They're really nice. Still got another hour left here on Monstercat Silk Sessions, the Earth Day edition. Vegan brunch is on. Muffins using Spira blue food coloring made out of algae. And I got some yuca tacos on the way. You guys hear her in the background. Don't forget, everyone, next week it's another special Saturday. We'll be doing, of course, our usual brunch sessions, 10 a.m. Pacific time as usual. But then at 1 p.m. Pacific, Shaheen and I will be together. Yes, in the same room. Celebrating our 1 year Twitch streaming anniversary. Wow, it has been a year. We're going to be announcing our special guest this week. And that's going to be a pretty long stream. We don't even know how long it's going to go. So we'll just say 1 p.m. until late. So it's going to be a day full of streaming. Yeah. It's going to be fun. I hope you guys will be joining us. Monstercat stream will be on this channel, Monstercat as usual, and we'll be hopping over to our 11 channel for the rest of the day. Of course, yes. Myself, Shaheen, and Penny. We would never forget Penny. She might even have a special camera of her own. We'll see. Soon, Suki, soon. both had independent discographies. They're pretty deep before we turned combined forces into 11. It used to be called Sky and SNR independently. This right here was actually one of the very first things we put out as 11. playing this whole set around like 117, 118 BPM. I've been slowing down the tracks. This is the only track that I'm playing at normal speed. If you guys want to stay connected with everybody in our circle of 11 friends, also known as the Collective, with 2 B's. You want to connect with them, make sure you can meet up with them at parties that are going to start happening now. You can connect with everybody on our Discord. It's discord.gg/11music. The earlier portion of the stream, we were showing some of the cool products that have come to us through our partner here, Thought for Food, which is an innovation engine in the food and agricultural space. Some of the products we were showing was Jolly Fruit, that's J-A-L-I, not J-O-L-L-Y. A sustainable way to get dried fruit from mostly women farmers in sub-Saharan Africa, sourced from ancestral trees that have been taken care of through many, many generations. And you can even trace the actual farmer through a QR code, and it shows you their pictures, shows you a little story about them, which part of Africa they came from. And I can attest that they're very delicious. Booble straws as well. Edible straws. Not much more to say there. See the birth of the straw in its mouth. Okay, here is the it's a blue muffin, a blue vegan muffin, should I say? Colored by where's the the food coloring comes from a natural food coloring source that is derived from algae, which, in my opinion, is actually quite revolutionary. Because from my understanding, the only color they hadn't figured out yet was blue. This is quite a vibrant blue. It comes from algae. Lots of antioxidant, anti-inflammatory benefits. I've seen companies using this in energy drinks, in pastries. I'm sure people are going to be using this in like creams, frosting, shirts. Turn it that blue, but it's still
Can't you see that you like
These muffins are delicious. So I didn't finish listing off the products we were chatting about. The other one that I forgot is, where is it? There it is. Xylitol, Xylanat. The cool thing about this one is that it's made using the byproducts from corn husks. Corn cobs.
Corn cobs.
Corn cobs.
Those are different things.
Corn cobs and corn husks are not the same thing. But they purchase the waste from corn farmers in Mexico. And they use a special fermentation process to create xylitol. It's actually very close in taste to sugar. It has a lot of benefits overall. It's really good in coffee. Yeah. One that we haven't shown yet is actually this one. It's called the actual company is called Multiverse. And they have a number of products actually. This is one of them, and it's called Butterfly, but it's actually a nut butter. And the key to all of Multiverse's products is that they're big proponents of mushrooms. And so they are big believers in healing and health properties in functional mushrooms. And I was reading through their blog a little bit, and they had a really, really interesting post on just everything mushrooms. And they were talking about the difference between functional mushrooms and psilocybin mushrooms, which there is a distinction that has to be made because functional mushrooms obviously don't have the psychoactive effects, but both types of mushrooms are actually quite beneficial for your body and mental well-being. So obviously they don't use psilocybin mushrooms, and so functional mushrooms are we're still learning a lot about mushrooms, but they have all these products, and this specific one is a nut butter called chocolate reishi. And reishi, I think, is a type of mushroom, yeah. And so they include a mushroom powder in here called reishi. And we haven't tried it yet. Unfortunately, oh, she's tried it. Unfortunately, I can't try this because it has walnuts in it, and I am allergic pretty badly to walnuts. So you can take her word for it. How was it? Yeah, she's on the struggle bus, but she'll spread some on the muffins. and report that on yeah, functional mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, maitake mushrooms, other variants of mushrooms, various mushrooms, all have lots of very good benefits for your body and mind. Highly recommend going to their website, Multiverse. Is it multiverse.com? Or is it search Multiverse Functional Mushrooms? They actually have a really, really informative blog. I was reading through. I was really, really done if you want to learn more about mushrooms. I personally love the taste of mushrooms. I've been trying to get further into it also. Whenever I have salads, I chop them and into it. And I'm a full believer in all of the beneficial healing properties of our mushrooms. Yeah, I know. It's a really, really well done site. And I can say that because I'm a web developer and it's impressive to me, so I can speak with authority. Really, really well done stuff. Guys are curious about the actual benefits of this specific reishi mushroom. There's supposed to be sleep benefits, namely like immune system things. And nowadays, we all could use a little bit of an immune system boost, I believe. I know I do. I know she does. We all do. Stress relief, immune relief, and good sleep. Who doesn't want it? Right now you're listening to the Hausman remix. So I track one last time. Hello Sinatra Gaming. What's up, Sniper? I hope your gym visit was good. We have a little outdoor gym that has slowly been growing during quarantine. Mainly, I believe, her. The only issue is rusting. Shaheen, I think you should do a gym stream. I think people want it. I think people want to see it. Give the people what they want, Shaheen. Gym stream. Put down the bench. Set up the cameras. The deck's right in front of you.
See, we can invite you to
You
do
mix.
things.
I do. So you could do one set, and then you mix one track, and then you do another set. I think Corinne is tapping on everyone. She made it.
I made it almost halfway through. I felt like pretty okay at the beginning of the stream, and I've been deteriorating the last couple hours.
You've been biodegrading. Have you been composting during the course of this stream? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been fermenting. She's been composting.
I've also proven that I can't. So
Yeah, for the yucca is actually a really hard thing to cook. If anybody has any tips on cooking yucca properly, there's a place around the corner where we get these yucca fries from. They're amazing. And we try to replicate it. It's very, very hard. Thank you, everybody. Jordan loves you. course, this stream you've been hearing some of the latest and greatest from Monstercat Silk combined with some of my favorite oldies from the Silk back catalog. Having a little peruse through it last night down memory lane. So many tunes. Such a big back catalog. Brought back a lot of memories. For those of you who only started learning about Silk when they joined the Monstercat family, I highly, highly recommend you dive into their discography, into their back catalog. See the wonderful ocean of music that they've released over the last 10 plus years. One of my favorites right here from Meeting Molly, and what an appropriate title for Earth Day. In the circle of life. Everything really is truly circular. When I think about things like Earth Day, it really for me boils down to two things: food and climate. And I was reading, see if I can get this right. Thought Food, one of their taglines, one of their kind of questions that they seek to answer is how do you feed 10 billion people as the Earth keeps getting hotter? The answer really does come down to food and climate. Yes, Taekwon, we're going 3 hours today. That means we have about 25 minutes left. A wild Corinne appears in the chat. She's moved from the kitchen to the comfort of the bed and hopped in the chat now. She's alive. I'm glad to report. Guys, we need to make this go trending. Hashtag courage for Corinne. You know, for what it's worth, I was suggesting that Corinne starts her own Twitch channel and calls it Cooking with Corinne. For all we know, that'll probably get 10 times as much viewership as Shaheen and I do. Hey Tosh. Yeah, hearing about some other people's experiences, I'm pretty sure my experience was on the worst end of the spectrum. listening to Lisa. Yeah, it sounds like Korean is probably like in the middle. So not too bad, but not too great. Yeah, sorry everyone. Corinne's attempt at vegan yuca tacos. She flipped the table and exited the room. I still think the yuca turned out pretty delicious. I'll still put them in a taco and eat them. I'll douse them in some mayonnaise and bring them to her in bed. main question on cooking yuca is how the hell do we get it to be soft? It's such a tough root vegetable. Very fibrous. She boiled it for 20 minutes and it still ended up being kind of hard when she moved to the pan frying things. Do we need to boil it for twice as much? Let us know if you have any tips. Moonlight asks, where can I rewatch this stream? I'm sure it will be put back up on a replay on Monday. I think I believe is when the usual replays are. Either 10 a.m. or noon PST. And then probably roll all of them. If you want, we could put it up as a VOD. Or Monstercat could put it up as a VOD somewhere. We can talk about it. But at the very least, it'll be replayed on Monday. Thank you, Christy. I'm glad you are enjoying the tunes. Silk music only. You guys ready to hear an oldie but goodie from our homeboy Marsh? artists on this record. The original is by Universal Solution, remixed by one and only Marsh. Thank you everybody so much for joining us today on this Earth Day, or should I say Earth Weekend celebration. If this is your first time tuning into one of our streams, don't forget that you can always catch us on our own channel, twitch.tv/11music. Shaheen and I stream Mondays and Wednesdays. And we're always back here every Saturday at 10 a.m. And also, if you want to chat to the lovely, lovely members in our family, hop over to our Discord, discord.gg/11music. I'll be posting pictures of all the products I was showing you today in our food channel. Food and liquor flex, should I say. In case you guys missed it, let me run through them here. Silent Mint. Very, very cool, sustainable product here. Jelly fruits, dried fruits. Really delicious. I love the mango. They also have jackfruit and pineapple. Booble straws. You drink with the straw, and then you eat the straw. Butterfly, chocolate reishi, nut butter. Not to be confused with psilocybin mushroom butter. They are functional mushrooms. They do great things for your body and for your mind. I think I'm forgetting them. Spira. I wish they had the logo on here, but it's called Spira. And the product in here is made from a patented algae food coloring called Electric Sky. No, that is not an EDC stage called Electric Sky. That is a food coloring called Electric Sky. And it is actually pretty revolutionary. Good for your body. Anti-inflammatory. Just a harsh mirage. Also, thank you so much to our partners for today. Thought for Food, the idea innovation think tank that enables connections to happen between all of these young individuals who have these amazing ideas on how to make the world more sustainable, better place to live for both Earth, for both us and Mother Earth. We want to be able to live on here for a very, very long time, so let's do everything we can. Under the Electric Spira. I know EDC has been cancelled, or should I just say postponed. Probably for the best. So you guys are going to have to wait to party under the Electric Spira until October. That's where blue food coloring just rains from the sky while you're waving. Michelle, we actually moved a bunch of our plants into the kitchen. We have so many more plants. And I was trying to get more in here, but Corinne is not having it. So I did what I could. Oh, I got that one in there. I got that one right there. I got that one in here. We have so many more plants. Could have filled this up, but it would have been kind of a shit show, so kept it simple. O Corinne, O bringer of plants, what say you? replay. Thank you for tuning in. Until next weekend, everybody. Shellin, indeed very tropical. Speaking of tropical, we're in the middle of planning a trip to Hawaii in a couple months. It's gonna be nice. Take care, Chrissy. See you, Tai Kwong. Bye-bye, night shift. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us for these 3 hours. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Do something nice for Mother Earth. Go hug a tree. Go compost yourself. Go do some recycling. Go plant some trees. Go out for a walk. Just breathe some air. All those things help. Be a good human. And treat everybody nicely. Those are the main tenets of life. Hugs right back at you. Twitch Tweed. See you, Marcerita. Bye, Expand. We'll catch you guys later. Peace out.